Go! Gonna do some streaming, gonna do a couple chess games. Maybe one, maybe two, depends how much time I have. I don't know. I might not have a lot of time, which I guess defeats the point of streaming. But I'm trying to get more into chess, more into streaming and chess recordings and whatnot anyway. So let's go ahead and get a game started. We are at 1625 today over on lichess, which is sort of my battleground of choice at the moment. I'm kind of just doing all of my experimentation over here on lichess to prepare for my meteoric rise through the chess.com ranks, or so I tell myself. Probably it's not going to work out that way, but you know, dumb red panda, have to dream. So, all right, let's see what we get today. Hope everyone's having a good day and has been having good luck in their own chess journeys. It really frustrates me that a couple days ago I had such a good game. I played a accelerated dragon Sicilian, and even though I barely played it all, I got a 96%. But I didn't record it. I didn't stream it. I didn't record it. It's like, oh man, I don't want to, I don't want to play it. I don't want to review it like on stream or because it just doesn't seem that exciting to do so. All right, speaking of, well, let's try it again. Let's go with the Sicilian. We've got the black pieces. And people in the comments can tell me probably I'm playing it all wrong, but this is the way it goes. So we'll just go with this for right now. We're going to play knight to c6. See what they do. I mean, I imagine that's a good thing. So we're going to take it because, they say to take is a mistake, but to not take in a Sicilian is a huge, huge mistake. So we're going to take like that, and I'm just going to go ahead and play g6. Yeah, we'll go for this. And then probably do a little bit more thinking. Yeah. I gotta get a little bit better again at presenting, because, it takes a lot of my brain power to talk about what I'm doing versus actually concentrating on the moves and everything. Alright, so that's good. They're going for this sort of setup, which means maybe I should spend a move to, like, stop it. Seems prudent, right? Definitely seems prudent, like we'd want to shut this down. What else can we do? Otherwise, we go here, and I don't think that's technically the right move yet. I need to resolve and see where this bishop is going. Am I worried about, like, them getting ahead in development? Well, yeah, I'm definitely worried about that. I'm very worried. I think here, though, and they can't really go here yet because I'm threatening them. So I think we'll just go ahead and fianchetto our bishop. Yeah, they can't get away with that sort of move right now, could they? I don't think so. They're gonna have to take. Okay, that I think is a nothing move, though. What are they thinking? Because doesn't that just kick them out, and then what are they doing? And then do I even have ideas where I could just go in and, like, capture one of them? I couldn't have ideas of that, but no matter what, like, I feel like kicking them out is the thing to do. So, yeah, geez, that's crazy. I'm really thinking about this, because what are you doing? Like, how are you handling that, right? Am I crazy? I mean, because I could just develop, which seems legit, definitely seems legit to develop, but I don't know, I feel like they gotta be careful there. Like, if I go there, I mean, either way, expanding on the queen side can't be a bad thing. Could you do anything else? I mean, you could jump there, but then I have this. What, you just spend your time jumping your knight all around and helping me to possibly develop? I don't know. There's also this now, too. Technically. Well, not yet. I am going to do this. It might be the wrong move, but it feels like they're going to have to spend a move responding to that threat. So, probably good for me on that. They're also kind of needing to defend that pawn, I feel like. So we'll see. This guy is almost trapped. They'd have to move this. And yeah, maybe once they move that, then I come in with knight to f6, possibly. It could work. Or it could be crazy. I gotta say, like, I'm loving playing the Sicilian lately. Just because it's so varied, it's so different every single time. You get some really interesting positions, or at least I've been feeling that way. Don't know if I'm playing it perfectly well. I bet I'm not. Like last time, like I said, when I wasn't recording it. Okay, well now I can definitely play this and target that pawn. I'm gonna just wait one moment kind of to look at some other things. Like, I could push there, but no reason to right now. I've gotten the queenside advantage over here, which I'm really liking. So now I think it's just time to develop and castle and threaten that pawn at the same time. I imagine it's simple enough to defend the pawn, but yeah, that's okay. I need to develop either way. And I'm not planning on my, like, I don't know why my opponent wouldn't defend the pawn. It seems a little silly. Okay, so they defend the pawn by playing f3 there, but f3 is a little bit weakening if they end up castling. But the crazy thing is, they're not even ready to castle. Look at this. Like, this, yeah, they're not ready to castle anytime soon, which makes me feel like maybe I should take advantage of that. But I feel like maybe I should get castled first. I don't know. Do I have anything here? I'm not thinking I do. It'd be because they just play something like that. I think castling is honestly my best choice right now. And then maybe going for just striking in the center, just since their king still hasn't castled. Yeah, I think that could be the way to go. Yeah, let's get castled first, and then we'll then once you know, now we'll break open the center. Could be completely wrong. Maybe playing, you know, d5 is wrong. There is no push here because I just take, so they can't play e5. Yeah, I do think it's probably time. Because, yeah, they're at least 2 to 3 moves away from castling, I think. There's just too much stuff in the way, right? So we need to castle, we need to attack them before they're able to consolidate, I think. Yeah, that's what I think. Okay, so they're maybe trying to castle, but I mean, now I'm definitely going to go ahead and strike. Now, if they take, what do I take back with? Do I take back with queen, or do I take back with a knight? Wow, okay. Takes, can't immediately take, but I could also... Ooh, what else could I do? I could just go in there and threaten the queen. Does that get me anything? That's a good question here. I mean, I definitely have to take. Their king is still in the center. I'm more developed. So, we're definitely going to take. Yeah, 100%. Okay. Now we need to think. I thought about this, but I think you just block it that way. And then I'm not sure I'm getting anything, you know? Is there any sort of idea? Like, is that an idea? I don't know. Oh, jeez. I mean, is here an idea? Is anything an idea? I think that's definitely an idea. But I feel like then that's maybe just a queen trade at best. Yeah, maybe it's a queen trade. I don't know. I'm gonna take a moment to think here. Might be a little boring, but I feel like we definitely have, you know, are having an advantage. We just need to keep things going, you know? Here does threaten a couple things. We're threatening this, we're threatening this, we're threatening this. So maybe that's good. What can they do with that? They can do that, and I take there. They do this, and maybe then they go around like this. Ooh, maybe that could happen. Let's see. Here takes... No, they don't have that. Okay, let's just go in. Let's just go in right now. Could be wrong. Probably wrong, but... We'll see. They're still not castled. The king's still wide open, so we're just gonna go in. Okay. That's good. Why didn't I see that? That's good. But now we've got this, and I feel like that's probably good. Then they're gonna have to do some more things to maybe guard that, but I think I can just pile on more and more, like, because that's definitely a weakness to aim at. We'll take another moment before doing anything. No, that's definitely the move. This is definitely the move. This is weak. That's definitely the move. I think bishop, develop the bishop somewhere. Yeah, developing the bishop somewhere is probably a good thing too. Bishop to b7. Bishop here maybe could work, depending on how they decide to defend the pawn. Like, if they defend the pawn by developing their bishop, then maybe we've got something. Do we have anything else? I don't know if this is right or wrong. We're gonna have to still wait. Can't decide. Okay, so they develop their bishop there, but now I think we go in here in order to attack the queen. And the queen's gonna have to move away. What does that get me? Does that get me anything? Like, if the queen moves over here, does that get me anything? I don't think so. I mean, it could give me a like, repetition type thing, but do I want to win on a repetition? I feel like there's got to be something here. Like, we could pile on. Actually, we could also move. No, we can't move there right now. I was gonna say we could move there because this pawn can never move, but I don't know. Oh, he's here to get in. That doesn't really do anything. They're about to castle, though. So I think we need to stop them from castling. Like, at least be kind of annoying. What do I get? I still don't know what I get from really threatening the queen beyond just, hey, it's threatened. But I need to come out swinging, you know? So let's see. There. Takes. Yeah, you can't really take there, but then I guess they do castle. So that kind of stinks a little bit. But I guess if they castle, I've always got maybe over here. What do I have? Well, either way, I need to develop this. I need to get it off there, and then maybe swing a rook around or something. That would actually be not too bad of an idea. Queen's still kind of dumb over there, and then the corner can't do anything. And then we swing a rook around and threaten that. That could be... Yeah, that could be. Let's go ahead. Let's get another piece into the game. Create some more threats. We're down to 8 minutes and 42 seconds. I feel like we've been using our time wisely, though, so I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, I definitely am thinking... Okay, so they did that. Which Which I guess makes a lot of sense. I mean, putting this here is definitely... But then they get away. And then I have nothing, you know? I don't feel like I have anything here right now with taking. So let's think of another idea then. Let's think of another idea. So if they are going to, maybe we just go for over here. Say like, okay, well, you're not castling, you know? Maybe there, and then try to get in here. It's an idea. King could also, well, king can't castle the other way. And I think if I do this, I mean, you can't just threaten me there. You could threaten there at that point. Yeah, but then I just move back. And is that, you know, I'm keeping them from castling, which is really annoying. But I still don't see anything concrete there. I don't want them to castle, though. Also, all their pieces now are developed and mine aren't. So, I think maybe we let them castle. Is that a thing? We could also just start pushing Harry, but I don't really know about that either. Maybe this. Can I go over here? Like try to squeeze in this way? That looks interesting. Because you can't take. I could get there. And then maybe I can get in. But no, that doesn't work, because if they castle that way, I don't like it. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna bring more pieces. So we'll bring a rook and aim it down the file. Now I'm down to 6 minutes and 30 seconds, so now I really have to start speeding up here. I feel like my position's probably okay at the moment. No obvious, you know, like... I mean, they should castle. And then I guess I move my queen over here, and I'm getting a tempo, maybe? I could go here for this. And either way, like, something's aimed there. How do you protect that? I don't think you can. Yeah, like, I don't think there is a way to protect, you know, something. You're losing one of these, I think. I could, again, I could really be miscalculating. We'll find out here in a moment, won't we? If anyone's watching this and just screaming at their screen. Sounds like, I mean, that could happen. I think it's, but I think this is good. I think, I don't know how you're protecting that, and if you move this off to the side, I can just take, you know? I can take, and then there's going to be a queen trade, which also is going to result in one of my rooks being, like, all the way down. Like, it's, I don't know. Really? What? Okay, well here... Also, is there a reason not to take? What is... Huh? What was that about? Okay, well I can still take here. What, they fork me? Okay. I mean, I think they're planning on forking, if I had to guess. But even forking, it doesn't work, because I just keep taking. What? I mean... like, there is no fork there. They basically just decided to go down in exchange for, like, no reason. That, I don't know. That didn't make any sense. Well, our attack is still on. We're still threatening one of those bishops. So I don't know. Okay, well, I mean, I can take there first. Aren't I still up at that point? Hold on a second. Takes. Okay. Takes. I'm still left with 2 bishops and... yeah, 2 bishops and a rook. And a knight. I'm still way ahead. I mean... yeah, I'm still way ahead. And your knight's dumb. Okay. Well, I think, too, I could just look to trade this bishop off. I think that would probably be just the best thing to do. Yeah, I don't know. Trade the bishop off. Where's your, where are you going from there, though? What's happening here? If I go there, is there some sort of trick? I don't think there's a trick. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. At this point, I'm so far ahead. What, like, is there a trick? Let's go back. Yeah, I don't know. This is really weird. And you're not really threatening there because I've got this. Okay. Again, I'm not sure I understand. Okay. But if I go there, aren't I forcing another trade? I don't know. It feels like I'm forcing another trade, though. Like, what are we doing, right? Doesn't that just force another trade? I mean, you could go down and, like, attack my, you know, attack me, but it's like, okay, I don't really care about that. Yeah, okay, well, I mean, do I care? No, I don't care even in the slightest. Okay, well, that seemed silly. Okay, well, you're just gonna lose another piece. What are you doing? Okay, that was a game. Yep, that was... Yay, we did it! Alright. Oh my god, okay. Just gonna revel in that for a moment. I don't understand that. Like, the entire, well, ever since the middle game, my opponent's just been self-destructing. I'm not sure. They weren't using their time wisely, that's for sure. Yeah, okay. Let's bring up the analysis board. And then we are going to very thoroughly review. So, something that I've been reminded to do is, you know, a lot of us chess players, we get so angry and upset about losses, you know, it really affects us, but we don't always appreciate the wins enough, like, take enough time to celebrate the wins. So I really want to celebrate this win. And I'm glad you're all with me on this. Yeah. Okay, so our opponent played with a 85% accuracy. I've not seen what we played with, but opponent did 85% accuracy. And we played with a 96% accuracy. Oh my god, you guys, we did it again. Okay, 96% was how much accuracy I played the last accelerated dragon that I did not record. So I'm glad I got this one, like, and actually recorded it. So that's super exciting. There's a cat in front of my monitor, so I will do my best to, because I can't bring myself to, like, make him leave because he's too cute. So I'll do my best to kind of shift things around the screen and still review this. But yeah, what a game. 96% accuracy. That's amazing. Let's go through and look at kind of what happened, because I wasn't sure about this one. So, of course, c5. All right, 9f3, knight c6. Of course, they're choosing to do an open Sicilian with us. So, yeah, we go with the open Sicilian. g6 here was the correct move. I mean, of course, because we're trying to play Accelerated Dragon. And here I decided to play, just to kind of ignore things for a moment and play bishop to g7, which apparently was, yeah, also the correct move there. Yeah, I mean, just, this is awesome. You look at the graph and it's just a continual, like, no hiccups at all, just more and more improvement for us. Amazing. So, yeah, this is where they started playing weird. Like, why would you do this? What possible outcome could you expect from this? So yeah, that allowed us to get a6. And look at this, already at this point, like after this, we've already more than equalized and we're winning on move 6. So that's crazy. That's so crazy. We played a6, they moved in the corner. And this crazy idea that I had was not a waste of time. This was, in fact, I think, well, let me actually look. Yeah, it's the best move. That's the engine best move. Hooray. Okay. From here, yeah, knight back, which engine says is a little bit of an inaccuracy. But yeah, they had to move, so they did see the threat there, the fork. And they kind of moved, but they didn't really put their knight on the best square possible. Yeah, this is good. Still, like, increasing the lead. F3, yeah. It's really, I really love looking at this stuff because I'm a dummy. And, you know, maybe you guys can empathize as well with this, that sometimes when you're in the thick of a game, it's kind of hard sometimes to see, like, okay, does this one move, like, I know this one move in theory should weaken the king side, but does it really? And then you see, like, the computer analysis afterwards, and it's like, oh yeah, it really did weaken things, and I was already 2 points ahead at this phase of the game, which is just insane, you know? I thought that maybe it was a nice position, I was a little bit better, but I didn't think I was this far ahead. Castling there, also the right thing to do. D5 here, best move as well, breaking through the center, like, just not letting that king get away. In the end, we did let the king get away, so I'm curious about what it thinks of that, but... Alright, so we took, best move. It likes queen b6, so we did not play the best move there. It wasn't even on the radar. But same idea would have been queen b6, would have just looked to infiltrate, made it difficult to, you know, for the king to castle kingside, taking advantage of this, like, juicy diagonal that they'd created. Yeah. Instead, we still had a similar idea. We just went in. So it likes queen a7 all the way back now. Instead, we stuck it out in the middle. It's still fine. We're still 3.2 points in the lead here, you know, so it's all good. All right, and yeah, this was one of those things where I thought that wasn't great. Jumped up to 4.5 lead for us. Okay, this is the first inaccuracy we've made in the game. So 14 moves, and this is the first inaccuracy. There's a cat in front of my monitor again. My apologies. We will tell him to shuffle away. Okay, so they didn't like that. They wanted rook to d8, just getting a rook right away to this open file. Yeah, you know, it makes sense. It was on my radar for sure. I was just kind of waiting to do it until we could unleash our other rook over there. So, but anyway, so we played bishop to g4, queen moves to c2. Inaccuracy from our opponent. We're even better off now. Our lead just keeps gaining and gaining, and, like, nothing's even, you know, barely anything has even happened yet in terms of trading pieces. Now we got a rook to d8. Okay, so rook to d8 is the best move. It wants rook f to d8, though. So, small, it's not really an inaccuracy yet. But, yeah, it wanted, I think it's the second best move. Castle, yeah, wasn't able to prevent that. I just gotta say here, looking at it, I think I have really good control over everything. This knight just sucks. This is such a sad knight. Where's it going? Like, you're not going anywhere. Maybe you're going back home and they'd have to try to reroute. Such a sad knight. I love that. Like, I've been reading a lot of Jeremy Silman lately, you know, and reassessing your chess and amateur mind and all that stuff, and learning more about positional play and, you know, good pieces versus bad pieces, all those concepts. And it's really fun when you can, you know, use your pawns and your pieces to just slowly, like, squeeze the life out of your opponent. And just make it very difficult for them to move around. So yeah, this is great to see. Yeah, we went over to queen to d6 is the best move again. So bishop b5 was bishop captures on b5 was the best move here. Really? Wow, that's crazy. The best move for white was to capture the pawn and just like be down. But I suppose after doing that, they'd get some activity with their knight. Which, I mean, I saw, but that's an ugly, like... That's the best move for white right now. That's how dire things are for my opponent. That the engine says sacking the bishop is the best thing. But instead, they sacked the rook, so... yeah, even better. This was still good. I think anytime my opponent does something like this, I always think, like, you know, my opponent is making the best moves. Like, obviously that's not the case, but I think if you plan on your opponent making the best moves, it really, like, forces you to make what you think are the best moves. So when this happened, yeah, I was just like, what? Kind of thought there must have been some hidden thing. But, with the way... Oh, hello, first-time chatter. With the way you analyze, you cannot understand the game. Tell me what you mean there. You saying my analysis is wrong? Or... I'm curious. So, yeah, took the free bishop there. Yeah, I don't know if there's a whole lot to analyze at this point. I mean, they were so far behind. Yeah, this was just over, and of course, like here, they resigned after hanging the rook. So, I'm gonna say goodbye to YouTube real quick. Hello, YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed it, please shoot me a follow and a comment. Do those things so the algorithm thinks that I'm important. Yeah, because maybe it helps. All right. Catch you in the next video. All right. Bye-bye.